Hello everyone. I'm going to make a few keychains today. I'm going to be using these little pieces, which are little tiny animal heads that I've made using this mold with extra resin. So stay with me and we'll get started. Hello everyone, this is Billie. Welcome to Billie Holman Creations. So in a few previous videos, I've used excess resin, and these little molds here, which are little animal heads. There's a bear, a pig, a cat, and a chick. So one of these is matte and one of these is shiny, but I've used both. And I have quite a few made, but today I'm just going to work on these two for you, and we're going to make some keychains. So first of all, I have to let you know that I initially had put mica in the ears of these molds, and it never failed that the cat and the pig always had a chip out of the ears, and I think it was because of the mica and I couldn't get the resin all the way in. But anyway, I've got some chips. So first thing I'm going to do is take some UV resin, and I have a little bit of my Let's resin here. I'm just going to put a little in a cup because I just want to dab some on the ears here. Am I in sight? Kind of. No. Back up. Come forward. All right. There's just a tad left in here, or maybe not even a tad. Oh, yeah. I have a little bit. It's more than I need. So, first of all, let's fix these ears. And I'm just going to take a micro brush. There's one handy. Here we go. And take a little bit of this resin, just dot it on these ears. There's a hole in this one, but if I can build it up, I can bring that to a point and it'll be just fine. This is the cat right here, and I did fill these with glitter and gold flakes because this was extra resin from a tray I just did a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to let that set for just a second with the little flashlight lamp. Let's do the same to this one. Get a glob on here. Oh, of course I put my lamp right on top of the resin in the cup, didn't I? Oh, it thickened up some. I guess that's okay. I'll move it. We'll move it this time. That little ear. So it's almost got a tip on it, and it's fairly round, and it covered up the little chips that weren't there, or the nicks it had inside. This might be just fine. I'm going to put it over under my bigger double-sided lamp over to the side here. And let's do this to the pig. This one's not so bad, but I think the pig needs more of a pointy ear than the cat. Just get a little resin on there. Fix that up. And see the snout? I did put a little mica powder in the snout, so that's okay. I'll just leave that alone. We'll leave it pink. Get some on here. Ooh, look how thick that became. Come on. Just want to dollop. This one just has a little tiny hole. Bring that to a point. Do a little quick set here. And then I'll put it under the lamp. Okay, put this aside. We're done with that. We're going to make keychains. I've got some jump rings here and some chains. I've got some diamond dots here because we're going to do the eyes. And this is a pom-pom maker. Yes, we're going to make pom-poms. This came in a set from Amazon. I'll put the link below. I used to do them the old-fashioned way with cardboard. And, oh, there was a knitting company that had round discs that you could load and load and load with yarn, but then you couldn't get the yarn, the pom-pom, out of it. It was rather a bugger. I still have those, but these are neat, and I think there was 6 or 7 in a set. I think I can play with the cat now. Let's look at this. Oh, those ears will be fine. That should be just fine. Now, there's a little bit of gold where I colored the nose. Oh, you know what? I need to put some resin in those. The little muzzle has holes, so let me do that while we're at it. Since I completely spaced that out or didn't see it, so let's just put a daub under here. And maybe we'll start with the pig. Just little bubble holes get you every time. Just get under that muzzle. There. Because I'm going to color that part of the cat. So let me go ahead and set him under the big light. Now hopefully we're done with that. Let's get the pig. Okay, here's the little piggy with his little pink snout. Now I thought I could put black eyes in, but I thought, oh, I just put a couple of little blue eyes in this little pig. And the yarn I have is from Temu. It's just little small skeins, not too much, but the price was right as far as I thought. So anyway, I went ahead and grabbed a little package of that. Any yarn will do. And I have excess yarn. I can make some big pom-poms. But let's get a little bit of this B7000. There are indentations here for their eyes. And I'm just going to put a couple down here and grab them with my little diamond dot pencil. Set it right there. Basically, that's all I need to do to the little pig. If I can find that hole. The eye, there it is, right there. And we have a little eyes. Right in the hole. That fits perfect. I could put a little pink in the ears. So what I've been doing is I had some metallic pens, but I just thought I'd grab a little colored Sharpie here and let's just tint a little pink in the ear. I don't need to worry about sealing that in because it's not acrylic and I have glue on my finger. Let's just color in this ear here. There. Little pig is ready to go. And the ears, we'll just put it under the lamp while it's still going on. Let's grab the kitty cat. Now, I could put pink in the little ears. Why not? While we're at it. A little bit right in there. And I want to color that muzzle. And I think, since I used gold here, maybe I'll use, maybe it's going to have a little black muzzle. Black and gold looks good together. So here's another Sharpie. This is a finer tip. Let's see if I can't color this little muzzle here, just like that. And of course, we'll have to do the whiskers, so I'm going to give him black whiskers too. Now, I did do another cat before, and I used little white paint. These lines, these indents here on the whiskers are pretty small, so maybe I should have put black in the ears. I'm just going to color that little muzzle. Any markers or acrylic paint will work. I'm just skeptical. Skeptical? I'm skeptical. Skeptical. No, skeptical. Yes. About the acrylic paints, because sometimes they can, chip off of resin unless you seal it in. So there's the little muzzle. And it's going to have black eyes, but I'm going to very carefully go inside right here and draw the little black whiskers. Just like that. I think there's 3 or 2. Just the 2. Just the 2 on each side. Get that done. Just right in there. Okay. Well, I could get a little more in there. Barely, that tip barely fits inside those indentations. Okay. Now I could give him gold eyes, but I did dig out some black extra diamond dots, and these little cup containers are great. Let me see if I can open one. Let's get a couple little black eyes out. Pardon my workspace. You know, this used to be really nice and pink. Now I can't get the bucker clean. So we'll put a little glue in here. Where the eyes go. You want the glue to come above the hole a little bit so you can be sure and get those eyes touching the glue. There we are. How cute is that? Oop, get on there. There's your little kitty cat. Okay. Now, let me put my glue away. Let me go back to the pig while this dries. And I need to drill a hole right in the middle section here of the top of the head. So I have dug a couple of eye screws out, and they're the gold ones. And then I have my little drill. Excuse me, it's on the floor. And I'm going to try to eyeball top center. I did have a template that I used on some of them. That worked pretty good. But if I can go between the ears and forward about 1/4 of an inch, that's where I figured center is. And make sure I'm between the eyes evenly. You see me, I'm out of frame. Get off of there. Between the snout, between the ears, it's almost evenly spaced. I'm just going to put a little hole in there with my awl, get it started. Then I'll take this little drill, and it runs off a USB cord. And I'm going to make sure I can see it. And I'm going to drill about 1/4 of an inch down. Maybe spin it a little bit. I think I'm about 1/4 inch in there. Should be fine. Okay, little kitty, let's do you too. Between the eyes, up at the middle of the snout. And I should get my starter hole first, right? It makes it easier. Then your bit doesn't jump all over trying to find the spot where you want to place it. So here we go, between the snout, between the ears. I'm just eyeballing that. Get a start. And we'll just do this one while we're at it. If I can feel where it is. Okay. Where are you? There it is. I'm not pushing hard. I'm just going to let it do its thing. Probably should wear a mask, but at this point in time, I'm not. There we go. And now, back to the glue. And I'm going to use a pair of pliers here. These pliers are getting pretty old. But I'm going to put glue right on the eye pin. I'm going to just go around there. Stick that in the hole. See if I can't get it started with my fingers. And these are pretty, you know, they're sturdy once you get them in your piece. But if you twist too hard sometimes, these little eye pins will just snap. So you have to be very careful. Once it's tight, don't go too crazy with it. Don't try to tighten it up to where it breaks. And I'm just going to have it facing this way. It's in there a little slanted, but that's okay. You won't notice it. Now, let's just get a little on this one. And where's my lid? Right there. If I can't get that in the hole. And where are you? Where are you? Where are you? No, you're right there. Okay. It's hard to see with this gold. And that's it. There, just twist a little. One more time, get that centered. That looks really good. All right, now set these aside and let's make a pom-pom. Now, like I said, this was quite a neat little contraption here. You just pull these, this pulls out. This actually snaps apart, so you can pop your pom-pom right out when it's finished. But for now, I'm just going to do one side at a time. And let's go pink. You should be able to see that better. Find my middle. And let's see if I remember how much. One of these little skeins made 2 pom-poms. I know that. So I'm just going to go arm stretch 1, 2, 3.5 or so for each side. Put that away. Let's cut another one. Go 1, 2, 3.5 or so. And I'm doubling this, or I'm quartering this. Maybe I don't have enough yarn. We'll see. I'm going to double it. And then I'm going to double it again. Just like that. Okay. Now I want to line these up evenly, these 2 halves. And I want to cross over itself so I can get a good start here. And I'm just going to go on the inside edge, just bringing it over. Well, actually, if I move it out a little ways, hold that down, go over it once, then I can push it to the side. And then I'm just going to wrap. And try to spread these out evenly with the 4 pieces. So I can go this way. Whoops. all the way down to one end. Do it a couple of times there. Work my way back and try to keep it evenly spread out. And I did notice, see this arc right here? Once I fill in the arc, that's enough yarn to where that'll become flatter, and we'll just keep going. Back to the side. I don't want it to get over that part, and we're just going to keep going. It's all spread out. Like that. And come back towards the middle again. And that should be good. And then I'm just going to lock this side in place so I don't have to bother it, and it's not going to come undone. And we'll do the same with this half. Get my yarn in fourths. I think that just wrapped around something over there and got a knot going. This isn't the best quality yarn, but hey, good for pom-poms, right? I always loved doing pom-poms when I was younger. Making little animals with them. I think they're still quite popular. I think I made a bunch of different variegated orange pom-poms. They were bigger. They were about that big a year or so ago, and made a nice Halloween wreath out of nothing but pom-poms and ribbon. We're going to go 4-way. Gosh, I don't know if I have a video on that. I might. You'd have to look way back. Or I'll look way back, and if I find it, I'll add the link. So here we go again. Just going to try to overlap this once to get it secured. And I can move it to the side. There we go. Anything popping up is fine. We're going to trim it anyway. So let's just wrap. That's it. To that side. I have a little excess there. All right. Now snap that in place. So I'm going to need to get another piece, and I doubled up maybe a foot of yarn. You don't need that much, but it was less cumbersome that way. Now I have a smaller pair of my little Fisker scissors here that work really good. So you'll see where this gap is. We're just going to put our scissors in there. I'm going to pull that over. And we're just going to cut this right down the middle. I've seen people use razor blades too, but these scissors work just fine. Go all the way in to that last loop. It's extra. Missed that piece. And we'll go to this side and do that again. I swear this was so easy with this little pom-pom maker. So I think there's 6 different sizes, and then there's a big one also. There's a loop there that needs cut. And whatever's in our way, get it out of our way. I'm going to find the middle of this yarn, and you just put it in the middle there like so. Bring it around and really tighten it up. Really tighten that up. And I've done a double knot, so that is very tight. Do that again. And now bring it over to the other side because we're going to double knot over here too. Okay. Oh, I have so much yarn. It's crazy. Oh. I love to knit. If you'd like me to do a knitting video, let me know. We could try knitting or crochet. I don't tat though. Never learned how to tat. There. So that's actually 4 good knots. Next thing we do, so I'm going to hold on to those. Pop this open. Look at that. Pop that open. Turn it over. Pop that open. And oh my gosh, so easy peasy. Then pull this apart. And there you go. Simple, simple. Now I like to have this to hold on to and fluff. You know, you can use a comb if you want, but I just figure fingers work fine. I don't need it that. It's going to be fluffy anyway. But I think that's going to be great. And then what I tend to do is, you know, I can flatten it over like that and I can see where we're not even. So I'm just going to trim that all the way around, that excess yarn off. Do this side too, just squeeze it down. Get that off of there. It's still not going to be completely round, but it's a start. Then I'll fluff some more. And if you flatten it the other way, sideways, I can see where it's uneven there. Get that off. I would take a little more time at it. I'm going pretty quickly here to give you an idea. But pom-poms. Oh, I watch a lady on Instagram who does pom-poms. And what is she? Something pom-poms? Super pom-poms? No. Oh, I'm sure she'll come up if you punched in pom-poms on Instagram. But she made a pom-pom as big as my desk. It was huge. But she does smaller pom-poms. And, I mean, she gets very detailed. They look like vegetables. So I think she does strawberries and kiwis and apples and oranges just by using different colors of yarn and so many wraps of this and so many wraps of that. Oh, they're really gorgeous. It's called super pom-poms. Anyway, now I can fluff it out. Take a good look. Look around. If it looks uneven to you, just keep trimming. I think we're good. So I don't need to make the black one. I can do that off camera. So now I'm going to go down here and cut this knotted area right close to the rest of it. Okay. Let me get rid of that. Now, okay, I'm going to open that up a little bit. And this is going to be the body of our little pig. Look at that. That's what I've been doing. So, I was using E6000. And, gosh, I'm about out. I had to order some more. Only because I haven't been to town forever. But I did realize that I'm going to put the E6000 on here twice. It seems like the first time you put it on, I'll get that later, and push it down, it sucks into the yarn, and then you glue, put some more on the head, then put it down and it will stay. So let's do that. And I'm glopping it. Good glops. Okay. And I'm going to just center that little cute little face down there and press hard. So that's getting it into the yarn. And then I'm going to pull that up and do it again. See, it's in the yarn now. And hopefully down where I had it. Just give that a good press. Hold that for, a minute or so. It will adhere. But I would like to hold it just a little bit. But yeah, they needed bodies. I didn't know what else to do with these. I guess you didn't have to use pom-pom. You could dream up something else. It looks like there's little arms on the side here. And I did have a few of those tiny pre-made pom-poms, the real small ones. And I set them on here and I thought, no, it was just a little too much. Plus I didn't have enough to do very many. So I thought, I'm just leaving them plain like this. Okay, well, you sit there. I'm going to grab my keychain. Now, I did get these in bulk from Temu. They don't have a jump ring at the end of it. So I happen to have some bigger ones here. Let me just get one out for the cat. They're pretty thick. Whoop. That one went down. These are thicker than that one, so let's get these instead of that. And I'll find the one on the floor. My old tools here. Boy, these are old, but they work. Okay, I'm just going to open one up. Oh, and I also thought about making little bows to go around their neck. That looked kind of cute. But once again, I didn't have enough ribbon. And when I do things, I like to do as many as I can with whatever I have available. Maybe that's because I worked in factories for years, but pinch this together. Hold on, baby. Don't take your eye out. Make sure that's nice and secure. The jump ring's thick, so it's not going to go through that. And there we go. What do you think? Let me stand up a little bit. There's our little... God, I hope I wasn't out of view. Was I? Did I go over there? If I go over there, I stretch my arms out. But his head's got to dry a little bit. So while that's drying, I kind of got carried away. So let me just show you. I've got pom-poms. Look at the colors. Here we go. Here's a kitty cat. And I just tried to match up colors with the eyes. There's another pink piggy. There's a brown bear. Look at those faces. Here's a chick. Here's the little chick. Now that's the matte finish. But that's what I've been doing a little bit this week. I've been rather slacky because I'm still having troubles with my back. The block didn't work. I see the doctor tomorrow and they're going to have to redo it or something. But I made quite a few little pom-pom animal keychains. I'll take some stills. I hope you like them. Thank you for being with me here today. These were fun. I used up some yarn, and I'm going to take them to my next sale. Take care, everyone. Big hugs. Please like and subscribe. Descriptions under the More button where it says More. And I've got a lot of discount links, so take good care. See you next time. Bye.